On guard! Today on Gen Y, we face off into the world of fencing. Join us as we jab our opponents into a victory. On today's show, find out how Surrey students tackle the topic of cyberbullying using Facebook as the theme.
If I make a little difference, that means the world to me.
And with the recent BC Lions Grey Cup victory, it is only appropriate to showcase the Earl Marriott secondary football team.
Set, hut.
See all this and more today on Gen Y. Hello and welcome to Gen Y, a show by youth for youth. I'm Abby. Okay, so we all know a lot about soccer, hockey, and volleyball, but how much do we really know about the world of fencing? Later on, we'll catch up with the Delta Fencing Club, who's just warming up, who will tell us more about it. But first, we get into the true spirit of Christmas by catching up with a group of students who make a difference in the downtown East Side.
Merry Christmas!
Today's students gave up their Saturday to give back to those less fortunate in the downtown East Side.
Christmas on Hastings is an event for Teens Eating the Planet, and we come down. This is our 5th year doing it, and we come down and we hand out warm clothing, like scarves, mittens, toques, and we give it to the less fortunate down here so they can have a better holiday.
Merry Christmas!
It started off really small. It was just like 5 or 6 of us coming down, and we had Christmas cards, and that was pretty much it. We just wrote Christmas cards and we're going around handing them out. And to see now, 5 years later, how big it's gotten, and like that it's still meaning a lot to people, and it's getting bigger and bigger each year, so it's really nice to see.
Teens Eating the Planet provided some teens their first opportunity to experience life on the streets.
Well, this morning I was a little nervous coming, and then when I got here, I realized like everyone here is so friendly, and the way that they like smile at you from like, I gave them a hat, and one of the ladies told me that you have no idea how much this means to me, and it was just like that simple.
Going into it, I was for sure like pretty nervous and like didn't know what to expect out of any of it, but definitely going away from all of it, like all the people are so nice, and everyone's just like really thankful that you're here, and you come away with a different perspective on life, really.
Generosity not only came from the students, but from the residents as well.
Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, everybody. God bless.
When you're giving them just like simple things like socks and hats and just homemade Christmas cards, they're so happy and everything, and it really like shows you that they're just like us. They're like people too, and they just want to have like good holidays just like all of us.
Today I had no idea what to expect. I came and I thought maybe just a couple people would come, but we were literally swarmed with people, and it just to know how many people out there are just like they need this stuff, it just made me feel so good about handing out toques and just like simple socks and even like a scarf or something. It was just an amazing experience. I can't wait for next year.
An unsung hero was also responsible for the success of today's event.
Last year I came home and told my family about the event, and my grandma that evening started knitting toques, and up until yesterday she gave us the whole box, and there's 400 of them that she'd done like at least one a day. And yeah, I just would like to thank my grandma. She did so much, and I'm just thankful for it, all that she contributed to today, because I think it made it a huge success.
It's nice to have the community come together for something positive, for a change in a very negative part of town.
That was such a life-changing experience, and I can't wait to do it again this year. If you'd like to help out or donate, please contact the email below. Today we're here with Ali Elker and the Delta Fencing Club. So Ali, what exactly is fencing?
Well, fencing is an ancient combat sport. It goes way back to when people first started picking up sticks and hitting each other, and it's evolved quite a bit since then. Nowadays, the modern version is, well, it's very sport-related, very competitive, very fast-paced, and it's a lot different from what you would have seen back in the day. Modern fencing incorporates strength, agility, speed, flexibility, and your wits. You need a little bit of everything in order to get by in the fencing world.
What does the average practice look like? And do you guys have competitions?
Oh, absolutely. We've had 3 tournaments just in the last 3 weeks, as a matter of fact. The average night, you know, if it's your first night, you show up and it's completely free, because you have to know if you like it, whether you want to join or not. We usually start with a few games, about 45 minutes of that, playing around, because we do like to have a lot of fun here. We then go into some basic footwork, some stretching, and then we fence for the rest of the night. About an hour, hour and a half of straight fencing.
Thanks, Allie. We'll get back to you and your students shortly. Up next, we have a story about music and how it can empower people to be more kind.
For 11 consecutive years, Brock Telly has been inspiring people across North America, including local youth.
The World Kindness Concert is a concert. It's actually more than a concert. It's incredible music by performers from Vancouver and area that are top performers, but it's also about sending out a message to the world that we want a kinder world, and it's to prevent the bullying and violence. All these different performers are given their time because they really care about our world.
But then who were they to judge me? See, my social situation says not, it's all about me. I'm somebody.
The World Kindness Concert and Telly's other projects are an ideal platform for him to share his message.
Out of the World Kindness Concert, we started a kindness rock show in schools, and it is unbelievable. What we do is we come into a high school and we transform the gymnasium. You're actually at a rock concert with the smoke and bubbles coming off the stage and everything, and the band is all young guys that are really well known, like Dirty Radio is one of our main performers in it. And in between each song, which are all positive songs again, they talk about how they'd been bullied or were bullies in school, and it's very moving.
It doesn't matter if you want to write a #1 song, if you want to become a world-class basketball player, if you want to write a really cool computer program, it doesn't matter. If you can envision it, you can do it. And I'm very lucky to be a part of this whole thing right now, but I just want to let everybody know that life does get better after junior high and high school, and you guys can be whatever you want to be. So thank you.
With bullying being a major issue in schools today, Telly has a unique outlook on how to battle this problem.
If you're ever bullied, that you're bullied not because you're bullied because the bully isn't happy. They've lost touch with their heart, and why somebody bullies is because they want to try to build themselves up, and they think by beating somebody else up they'll feel good, but they don't feel good, and then they keep doing that. We get into patterns where we keep doing that, and people bully you because you're really sensitive and caring and unique and creative, and that's who people bully. And it's important to see that it's not about you. It's about the bully that's sick or the abuser that's sick, and that the bully isn't a bad person. They've just lost touch with their beautiful heart.
Brock has some words of wisdom for teens trying to discover themselves.
Why I think this is so important for teens with the World Kindness Concert and with what we're doing is, I remember at that time in my life how much I was struggling, how disconnected I was from my heart, and my self-esteem was low. I didn't feel good about myself. And the reason I didn't, I think, was because I had lost touch with my heart. And the reason I think we lose touch with our heart is when we're really little, we're just so excited about life. And then at a very early age, grade 1, we start to think that something out there was going to make us happy. So, you know, when you're in school, the marks, we get so stressed out over those marks, thinking those are going to make us happy, right? What's really important is the love of learning. And we lose touch with that because of the stress and the pressure to get this marks, that we think this is going to give us something down the road, right? And we think the same way with trophies. We think they're going to make us happy, but they go dusty after a few days. For youth, my really strong message to youth is to get back into the love of learning, to love playing sports. It's not, the results are nice, the trophy, you can enjoy that, but it's the journey there that's so fulfilling.
If you want to find out more about Brock Telly and his inspiring initiatives, check out his website. I'm Miguel, signing out for Gen Y in Vancouver.
That That truly demonstrates the power of music. Now we're back with Ali Elker and the Delta Fencing Club. Ali, can you tell us, what are the benefits of fencing?
Well, there are many benefits to fencing. Physically, you strengthen the body, increase agility, your balance goes up, flexibility is very important. Endurance, absolutely. And then from a mental point of view, it helps concentration. It's a good problem-solving skill, really. When you're in the middle of a bout with somebody and they have a weapon, you usually think pretty quickly, and you usually pay attention.
We're here with Cedric, who just started fencing in the end of August. Cedric, how'd you get involved?
Well, my friend told me about a summer camp about it, so I decided it would be fun to try it with him.
Oh, so what do you love about it?
Well, I like hitting people with a sword.
Typical guy for you.
On guard, 3, alley.
Laura, how did you get involved in fencing?
I was looking for a sport that was a little different from the normal soccer or running, that would be competitive and kind of work out a whole different range of muscles. I'm about the intermediate level, so there's a lot that you can improve, and there's always these great fencers around that you can ask, especially if you go to tournaments and things.
Thanks, Laura. We'll catch up with you after the break. And I might even give fencing a try. Also after the break, Frankfurt secondary students showcase their award-winning film on the topic of cyberbullying. Gen Y will be right back.
We will not do as we are told.
We will not dump our friends just because someone says they're not cool.
We will not be shy when we have something to say.
We will not let boys have all the sports.
We will not be afraid to take on challenges.
We will not go on diets just to look a certain way.
We will not be ashamed of who we are.
We are girls. We will do what's right for us.
When it's time to eat, use your head. Choose a variety of foods every day.
It's nighttime in a kitchen just like yours. All is quiet. Or is it? The North American house hippo is found throughout Canada and the eastern United States. House hippos are very timid creatures and are rarely seen, but they will defend their territory if provoked. They come out at night to search for food, water, and materials for their nests. The favorite foods of the house hippo are chips, raisins, and the crumbs from peanut butter on toast. They build their nests in bedroom closets, using lost mittens, dryer lint, and bits of string. The nests have to be very soft and warm. House hippos sleep about 16 hours a day.
That looked really real, but you knew it couldn't be true, didn't you? That's why it's good to think about what you're watching on TV and ask questions, kind of like you just did. A message from Concerned Children's Advertisers.
Welcome back to Gen Y. We're here with the Delta Fencing Club and instructor Ali Elker. So Ali, can you tell me, who is fencing for?
Well, fencing's for just about anyone who's interested in it. Depending on your body size, your body type, you can fence in any number of different ways, but it has something for everybody. Whether you're agile, whether you have good endurance, good strength, or if you have none of those things, you can work on them. Everyone's fencing style is completely different. We run the gauntlet here in BC from very competitive to very recreational. Ages well, everywhere from age 8 to over 60.
So can you explain what's happening here behind us today?
Well, we finished our warm-up games, our stretching, our footwork, and now it's just time for good old fencing. For about an hour, hour and a half, we hook up to the machines you see there, and everyone rotates through, fencing each other to 5, 10 points or so. It's just kind of a free-for-all, gives everyone a chance to practice what we've learned, and, well, this is why we're here. Okay, so take your left foot, move it 90 degrees, take your right leg, and just step out a little bit forward. Okay, now bend your knees, and that's your standard fencing position. We do everything from here. Your knees are bent so you can move very quickly, and your foot is facing that way to help you move forward and backward very quickly. So when you're stepping forward, you start with your front leg. So, step, step, exactly. And when you're going back, the opposite. You start with your back leg. So why don't you try a few steps forward. There you go. And one more. And going backward. Exactly. So with the lunge, your back leg is your strength, your front leg is your landing gear. You always land heel first because it slows you down, and you always push really hard because otherwise what's the point? So push, land. Yes, there you go.
Now we're going to meet a group of teens that used video to demonstrate that cyberbullying is wrong.
Shit's like printed.
Students from across the Lower Mainland recently had their voices heard in the United Way Care to Change anti-bullying video contest. Students at Frankfurt Secondary won first place in the youth category with their film, Do You Like What's on Your Mind?
Sometimes because you kept laughing every time you came out.
It's about this girl who posts a status on Facebook and she says she's bored and asks if anyone wants to hang out, and then me, Kaysen, and another person say things like no one likes you and no one wants to hang out with you, and then this one girl comes and comments and says that I like you, let's hang out, and then other people come in and like her comment.
The message I was hoping to get across is that people shouldn't hide behind Facebook and the internet. They should, if they have something to say to a person, they should come straight up and say it. You should be able to face the person face to face and work out your problems.
The role of the parents in their teen cyber world was also discussed.
If it gets worse, I mean, tell a parent, but some kids have problems with privacy. But I mean, if it comes to a point where the kids are bugging them a lot on Facebook and there's some problems going on, let your parents look at your Facebook.
If the parents can see their children's struggling with something, or if they're being hurt, then they should look over their Facebook, see if something really is going on. But in some cases they shouldn't, because maybe the kid wants just that one place where the parents can't see what they're doing, and they just want that privacy from their parents.
The video contest was important for the teens for a number of reasons.
I think it's important to have a video on this topic because everyone has a Facebook or some sort of social networking account, and they see so much bullying over the computer, and it helps raise awareness that cyberbullying does really hurt people, even if it's just over the computer.
It takes little by little, and I'm glad that I'm part of that little bit that goes far and makes a difference. And if I make a little difference, that means the world to me.
The truth is, cyberbullies are just bullies with a new weapon, so treat them how you would any other bully and they'll lose their power. This is Helen, signing out for Gen Y.
That was a great video with a very important message. Thanks, Frankfurt. So now we're back with Laura. Allie taught me a few basic moves, so can you teach me how to bout?
Sure. First, we're gonna need to plug you into the machine though. So we're plugging you into this reel. What it does is it attaches your sword to our points machine. It also attaches your little jacket here, so the other person's points are counted against you.
I'm ready, whoa.
So now that you're all suited up, we can teach you some basic cuts. When you're a beginner, there's 3 main areas you're trying to aim for. Your head, so you kind of cut down from on top. The other person's right side, so you cut across from that side, and the other person's left side. Now, if the other person's trying to hit you, easiest thing is to try and get out of the way. So you'll probably like run backwards in the proper stance, and then come back at them and try and hit them.
After the break,
now, let's go!
Find out how football is a combination of brawn and brains.
You need more than 2 blockers.
Gen Y will be right back.
Oh, there she is. She is such a loser.
I know.
What a geek. Get lost.
Words hurt. Don't be a part of it.
You
can choose.
You can choose to be alone.
You can choose to be a friend.
Choose to be a friend.
You can choose.
Choose.
You can choose.
Choose from 70 Shades of Blue.
70 Shades. You can choose to ignore. You.
Choose.
You can choose to run wild. You can choose
not to watch.
You can choose to keep a secret. To be shy.
You can choose to believe.
The dogs understand us.
You can choose to be bored. You can choose to dream.
You can choose.
You can choose.
Because you can.
Me? I'm just a TV. I mean, I'm not even human. You've got the remote control. You can change channels if you don't like what you're watching. You can flick me on and off, and whoa, I'm getting dizzy. You see, you're smarter than me. You get to choose from all kinds of neat stuff. Funny shows, nature shows, shows about people all over the world. Ouch! In real life, that would hurt. You get to learn how to make stuff, how to draw stuff. Me, I don't get to do any of this stuff. I'm just the TV that plays it for you. Yep, I sure wish I was as smart as you. Hey, did somebody get that cat off my head? Look at it this way. You can talk to your best friends, your mom or dad, about all the stuff you see on TV. And besides, you have choices. You've got books and sports, and you can go outside and play. Where is outside anyway? I'm just the TV. You're the smart one. Well, so long. See you next time.
Welcome back to Gen Y. Today we are at the Delta Fencing Club learning about a sport that is becoming more and more popular. Up next, I'm going to try out the skills I've learned so far today. But first, we bring you the skills of the Earl Marriott football team.
It was a cool evening, and the Earl Marriott Mariners were practicing their tackles, punts, and throws. On the surface, football looks like a rough and tumble sport, but we learned today that there is a method to this game.
I play guard, and I've also played some center. It's on the O-line, and basically the use of it is to block, so the running back and the quarterback don't get completely destroyed.
I think it takes 90% intelligence and 10% of the hit and the body work. It's mostly intelligence, because you got to know your plays and you got to know the count on the line and off the line.
Fourth down, guys. Fourth down.
Unlike some sports, in football, teamwork is the absolute key to success.
Teamwork is big in football because every play requires all 11 guys on the field doing their assignment right. And if one guy doesn't make his block or doesn't hit the guy, then everything breaks down.
Oh, wide open! Wide open!
It's a good team sport because everyone has to work together to make the play happen, because if one person misses something, then the play's done.
Quarterback Aiden is a true testament that skill can trump size.
Football embraces all the different body types. You know, we've got the big linemen, we've got the little guys running around. You've got to have 11 players on the field, and that's on offense, and then there's 11 players for defense, and then you got the specialty team. So really, if you got a team of 30 on the team, all the players are going to play, and you can't say that about a lot of sports.
The group that we have here that's left at the end of the season through injuries and stuff is such a good group of boys. These guys have all been playing together for quite a while now, and there's no quitting them.
Okay, enough watching. I wanted to be a Mariner, but first, I needed to learn how to throw. So as a quarterback, you must have a pretty good throw. Can you give me some tips?
Oh yeah, you just want to hold the ball like this, and then you're gonna fall back, you're gonna release, and then you're gonna go up here and just release there and then follow through.
Can I try? I've had a great time here with the EMS football team, and now I'm going to practice my throw. This is Helen signing out for Gen Y.
Mariners on three! 1, 2, 3, Mariners!
Football season's over, but we're wishing the Mariners the best of luck next year. So we're done here, but there's no better way to end than with a challenge. It's go time.
So that's good. If you concentrate on your feet more instead of cringing, you can see my face? Oh God.
Well, that's all for today. We'd like to thank Allie and the Delta Fencing Club for having us. Also, if you have any feedback or any stories you'd like to see, feel free to email us. And if you'd like to see past stories, check out our YouTube page. For Gen Y, I'm Abby. Thanks for watching.
Gen Y is brought to you by Options Community Services.